everyone, this is Cruise Control. Today I would like to make a first from the series Warrior Priest guide, how to or not to heal as Warrior Priest. So let's start with the how to. General misconception about the Warrior Priest that he's a backline healer, okay, and there's a huge disappointment once you enter the game and you use something which is called Righteous Fury, and everybody goes why, how, and everything if you're new to the game. But when you're a player which is switching the class or would like to try something new, it's gonna be like a little bit disappointed about this class. It has a flavor, it's not difficult, it's just you need to follow a couple mechanics and you'll be fine. So the first thing, as I said, it's a misconception that you're a backline healer. You're not. If the mailbox is a front line, this is the back line. So I would say the mid line is somewhere where you would like to be as a Warrior Priest all the time. So your efficiency increase with the range to target. I will explain to you in a second why. So as a Warrior Priest, you would like to be in the mid row. The reason behind that is behind your mechanic and your class uh, I don't know, archetype. The way of Warrior Priest is to get hitted, to be in the front and to be close to the target. The reason behind that there's a lot of abilities, sorry, and there's a couple tactics which are proccing on getting hit, or I think bonuses from the gear, as also I think skills which proccing on a hit. Whenever you're getting hit, they're proccing. So pretty much the Warrior Priest want to be in the midline in order to benefit from all the goodies he have in his pocket. Otherwise, if you're gonna be in a backline, like generally people play as a healer, because he's a healer, he must be in the back. You will lose quite a lot of efficiency as a healer, as a Warrior Priest, sorry. So you must be in that mid range. Okay, reason behind that is that the Warrior Priest generally as a class, he has a couple skills which are melee range, okay, and generally in order to regain the Righteous Fury you must be in a close combat ish to regain that fury. You have a couple skills, pretty much all the skills which are requiring the action points give you the Righteous Fury, and the Righteous Fury do not give you the action points. You're gonna get it action points you're replenishing automatically or by the items. The Righteous Fury you can regain by having a book which gives you 8 Righteous Fury per second, as also you can have the tactics or you can use the skills. In relation to the skills, okay, there's a 3 major ones, and which one you will be using as a healer most of the time. These are Supplication, Smite, and Sigma Radiance. They line up pretty well. As for the experience, how to use them, to be honest, Supplication is the first one you will use, requires no range and no targets, etc. So even in the back, whenever you don't have a target, you can use it. Pretty much that's it. It transfers the action points to Righteous Fury. The Smite is a mid-range skill which requires, I would say this is the 50 feet range, like this, in everybody in a cone of area, as you see, um, gives you the Righteous Fury. So basically the 15 fury per target hit, and you multiply, you get the Righteous Fury which you can regain. You can increase that by slotting the tactic, but it will be waste of the tactic slot. So Smite is a mid-range, and then you have for the experienced players Sigma Radiance, something which gives you best from everything. Easy 40 extra Righteous Fury per hit. It heals the AoE from your for the people, as also it gives damage. So the more experience with the class you will be, you would definitely notice that your range it's reducing to the target. At the beginning of the game you will notice that you're going from the back, then around maybe level 15 16 you're gonna maybe go to the mid range, and then you're gonna go to the front range. front line. So pretty much you will notice the more experience you get with the and familiar with the class, your range will decrease. And pretty much that's it. So as you notice, and the most important as a healer, many people are forgetting about detount, which is must have as warrior priest. Later on in the game, once you're gonna have enough points on your ability trainings trees, you really want to have that skill. It's self-explanatory. It makes this skill from single target to AoE. As a warrior priest, you really want to have that, because if you're in a midline, remember that the goodies is that the good stuff is like you will have opportunity to replenish the righteous sphere quite easily with the melee skills. But the downfall is that the front line can really switch the positioning to the midline really fast, so you don't have a time to react accordingly, because you will get slowed, staggered, rooted, etc., and you won't have time to react apart from the detount. So you really need to remember that this line, it's not set in stone, it can move really fast. So pretty much the AoE detount on the front line will be the one of the key points to win any encounter, or not to die, to be honest. You must watch the front line as in the midline how it moves. Okay, should I get in and use Martyr's Blessing, or should I move out or kite and just wait for opportunity to get in and heal? Is it really required for me to go in there and do my stuff? Do I'm going on the Righteous Fury low, etc.? So as a warrior priest, mid lane, Righteous Fury management, supplication, smite, and Sigmar's Radiance, and then repent. Try to get familiar with the repent, as sometimes it's much better to use one skill in order to put one hot, two hot, second hot, and the skill, so you have a 3 global cooldowns around 6 seconds to cast. When with the detount, you use just one and you can cut those 3 in a 50% and you will get the same efficiency, so basically 1.5 skill. So you have to bear in mind that the detount in some cases is much better than healing, because from experience I know that you might not be able to heal through 6 people bashing on you, but with the detount and the same rotation, you will be able to withstand the six people bashing on your head with no issues. Okay, so warrior priest must remember, uh, getting hit, okay, it's your stuff, don't be afraid to the mid lane. Backline is for the squishes, clothes, not from you, because you're armored. Okay, you have quite high armor values on your gear, so you want to be in the mid range. Don't forget about the positioning and the detount. That's really important to practice from the start of the game, not to lose the flavor of the warrior priest. And the must have and do, learn to use those 3 skills, what they do, how to use them, and get familiar with them. Don't be afraid to be in the early stage of the game, let's say to level 16, or like I don't know, I think you get the Sigmar's Fury around 21 or something ish. To practice from that level, once you get it, to practice constantly, just go in a fight, see who to target. Is it better for you to target Clothy and get the best of it, or is it better to target the pet? Just go there and see for yourself. In most of the times when the Magus leaves the pet or a Squeak Herder, you may bash them in a backline, heal AoE party, plus regain the Righteous Fury without losing the supplication down, with the dropping the supplication, so you're not gonna have the downtime. And this is the beginning, pretty much. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and I will try to make more of those on different classes, but for the beginning I will carry on with the warrior priest and the general mechanic. The next one in line will be probably the tactics, and then we cover the rest. Okay, so good luck, have fun, and see you in the game.